Hello everybody, I'm Yannick and welcome in this new video. So maybe you have an idea of a new business, or maybe you have already a business and you want to expand it and you have new ideas. But how do you know if it's a good idea? How do you know if this idea can be a business? If this idea will succeed and can be a business? So the truth is that you can't. You never know for sure if it will work or not. But you can have some clues. You can have some red flag or green flag. It's like good sign or bad sign that will help you understand if your business can be with this idea or if it's gonna be very, very hard. So let's see together some way to know if your idea have a strong chance to succeed and if there is a potential business behind it. So before going to that, maybe it's good to talk about idea. There's actually two types of person. The people that have hard time to find idea, or the people that have too much idea and have a hard time to focus on one. So if you belong to the first category, for you it will be more like brainstorming, making a list about what you love, your passion, your hobbies, your skills. You can do also the Ikigai method. If you know, it's a Japanese method to find your mission in life, your purpose in life. And if you belong to the second category, so you have maybe too much idea and you have hard time to focus, it will be all about finding one good idea. And for that, the method that I will present to you after in this video will probably help you, because you will find some idea that have more chance to succeed and other that have less chance to succeed. So it's a good way to make a little bit of clarity in your different idea and to choose one where you will focus all your energy and all your time. So how can we test your idea even before we start to make the business? One mistake that a lot of people do, it's like reinvent the wheel again and again. It means that a lot of people, they will try to find the best idea ever that nobody have before. So yeah, sure, maybe it's a good method for some people. Maybe you will find a good idea that resolve like an issue that nobody think about it before you, like the wheel. But in reality, the first one that have this idea, this amazing idea, this revolutionary idea, actually a lot of the case, it's not the one that will have the more success, because he has to do so much more effort than other people to present his idea, to make people understand that they need it. And it's like a lot of the time it's very hard actually to be the first one to invent the wheel again. We have this fantasy that we need an idea where there is no concurrency, nobody before us. But you don't need to be the only one to have an idea to be successful. It's not true. If it was true, we will see no more new restaurant opening, no more bakery, or no more yoga studio. And actually you have much more chance to succeed in something that already exists, because you know that people want that there is already people living from it, that there is already people that have success in this specific idea of business. It's like yoga studio. There's some yoga studio everywhere and they work. So actually to have a successful idea, it's not about having the idea that nobody had before. You can also take an idea that people already had, that people already do, and just be different. Bring something new in it. Maybe have a different approach, or doing it in a better way, or giving more information or more energy in it. Or you can just be yourself. And by being yourself, you will for sure be different. I made a video about the power of being yourself in your business. I will just put the link somewhere here or here, I never remember. So yeah, actually a good sign for a business idea is that there is actually concurrency in it. That there is already people living from it, working in it. If I take again the bakery example, it's like there is a lot of bakery, but why you go to one or another It's because you like this one, because maybe the bread is different, or maybe you like the person that worked there, or maybe they have this little speciality that is different and that you really love. But for a bakery idea, you already know that it's possible to live from it, to have a successful business by making a bakery place. So now you will tell me like, yeah, sure, but if there is too much people in the same subject than you, it will be very difficult, right? And you're right, when there is too much concurrency, it will be more hard to succeed, to be different from other. So yeah, maybe you will need to work more or to really differentiate yourself, to bring something very different and something very, very good. So the perfect spot is actually somewhere there is concurrency, but not too much. But I will tell you like right away, it's not easy to find. So it doesn't matter if there is some concurrency. Don't think about, oh, there is too much concurrency, I can't succeed. But more like, how can I be different to make this idea succeed? So the second point is kind of linked to the first one, because it includes concurrency, finding if there is already some stuff that exists, and also if people are interested by this kind of idea. So I don't know, maybe you want to create a mindfulness meditation blog. So what you can do is to go to Amazon, for example, and to look if there is already some books, some product about mindfulness meditation. And if there is, you can look if they have like a lot of commentary, if they have a lot of sale, if people are happy about that. Maybe you will find also some ideas to answer this kind of question they have in commentary below the books or below the product. If there is a lot of books, a lot of product, it means that people are interested by this and they buy product from it. So you know that you can do a business that can make you live from it. You can also look if there is some magazine existing. You can also look if there is some blog. You can just write blog mindfulness meditation and see if there is a lot of blog, if they have success, if there is a lot of commentary on it. This kind of information will make you see the big picture and see if there is a lot of people interested by this area, this specific subject. It's also good to know if people spend a lot of money in this subject. What I mean is, do they have some money to invest in this interest? So maybe for mindful meditation, they will take some coach, some class, they will buy Zafu, it's like a meditation pillow, they will buy maybe some apps. Look if people spend money in this specific subject. It's a good sign. Another good question to ask to yourself if it's, do my idea answer an issue or a suffering in people's life? Because actually the best way to make a business is to answer something that people need to resolve. And especially if it's a suffering. So I don't know, if you're a yoga teacher and you help people to have less pain in their body because they suffer from it, they will probably go to you more easily because you resolve a suffering, that it's like back pain or whatever. Because when you suffer, you have an energy that will make you try to resolve it, because nobody likes to suffer. We all want happiness and we want to leave suffering. So when you are in a suffering state, this is the point where you will looking for help. You will look for different solutions that exist to help you go away from this suffering, to resolve it. So if your product or your idea resolves this kind of suffering, you will probably have clients, because people will look for you to resolve this deep suffering. When you have this kind of idea, it's one of the best ideas in the world. Yes, you will be able to succeed maybe in your business, but also it's one of the best way to do business, by helping people, by releasing suffering, by helping them being a better person, being in a better shape, to have more happiness in their life. So it's a good exercise to take your idea and to take a paper and a pen and to write which suffering your idea resolve, or which issue does it resolve. Can be 1, can be 2, can be 3, whatever. You will just write all the suffering or the issue that you will resolve with your ID. And under that, you will write what you bring to people. If I take again the yoga example, so you release back pain and you give them a better body. So in this second space, you will not put the suffering that you resolve, but more what do you bring to people. It's also a very good sign. If you can bring something that have a lot of value to people in their life, it's probably a good business idea also. And to know which suffering you resolve and what do you bring to people will help you also to communicate your business, to communicate your ID after when you will start it. You will be able to explain in a better way what do you do and what do you bring to people with this specific business ID. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope this video will give you some clarity about your ID. If you liked it, please let me know. You can also subscribe to this channel for more videos, and I wish you a beautiful day.